Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, I'm Kelly, and as you could see by the title, today we are talking about some of the old YouTube favorite brands that we heard mentioned over and over and over that I kind of forgot about. I was watching Mel Thompson's beauty resolution tag video. I actually filmed that video myself, but when I was watching Mel Thompson's beauty resolution tag video, one of her questions was something along the lines of like a brand that you're not going to use anymore. And for her, I think she mentioned Smashbox. And she was just talking about how like Smashbox hasn't really put anything out that she's interested in. Now I'm questioning if it really was Smashbox. Maybe it was Stila. It was an S. It was an S brand. A brand that people used to talk about and rave about in the like old YouTube days. And she just said that like lately they haven't put anything out that she liked. And so it's nothing personal against the brand, but she's just kind of over them. And when she said that, I suddenly started thinking about all of these brands that we used to hear over and over and over. Brands that I had owned products from or brands that were on my wish list that I like forgot about. Like I was like, oh, yeah, that was a thing. So that's what we're here to talk about today. Some brands that I forgot about. Why don't we go ahead and jump into the video? Now, I don't mean for this to be a negative type of video. I don't mean any like negative feelings. Like I don't have any negative feelings about these brands. In fact, like I said, these were brands that like I have purchased from or I really liked, and honestly, they just haven't put anything out recently that's caught my eye. And like when I thought about them, I was just like, oh yeah, like, oh, I forgot. So for example, number one is the brand Stila. If you watched YouTube like years ago, Stila Kitten was like everybody's favorite eyeshadow. Like everybody was wearing Stila Kitten. I can't remember if it was a single or if it was in a palette. I almost feel like both. And I feel like I owned Stila Kitten. So maybe it was an individual shadow, because I do remember owning it. And then Stila even came out with those, what were they called? The little tubes of like the liquid glitter that you could apply on your eyes. And I'm pretty sure they had a shade of kitten in that as well. And I owned that, and I owned a rose gold shade. I mean, like everybody was talking about Stila Kitten. Back when people were doing like YouTube OG Holy Grail products, people were talking about Stila Kitten. And Stila is a brand that like I can't even tell you what they're doing. Like, have they put anything new out? Is kitten still a thing? I don't own Stila Kitten anymore. Like, is anybody using Stila Kitten anymore? Because it was a favorite. Everybody talked about it, and nothing against Stila. I mean, I liked the brand. I liked Stila Kitten. I liked their little glitters. If I was gonna wear a glitter, I mean, that's what I would reach for, but I just haven't heard anything from them lately, and I kind of forgot about them. The next brand. I was reminded of this brand when I started doing my Flashback Friday series. So in the month of January, I did a whole month of nothing new, and part of that was this Flashback Friday series where I revisited all my best of beauties. And in my best of beauty was the Glamglow hydrating mask. The one in that like green container. Like I went through so many, like 2 or 3 or 4 of the smaller size jars of those Glamglow masks. I tried the one in the white jar, I tried the one in the black jar. Like Glamglow masks were the thing. They were the thing back in old time YouTube. And I remember wanting those masks so bad, but they were like $69. And for the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to do it. I could not bring myself to spend $69 to get one of those masks. And then they started coming out with the smaller sample sizes. And so when they came out with the hydrating one, I have dry skin. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that product, and I got it in the smaller jar, and I think I even went on to purchase the larger jar in the purple one. I don't even remember what the purple one would be, maybe brightening, but I went on to purchase the larger jar. Like I said, I mentioned Glamglow in my favorites, but like I don't hear anybody talking about those masks anymore. And honestly, it's been a while since I've done masking. I need to get back into masking, like my skin needs it. When I took my break from YouTube after having my daughter, I like totally neglected my skincare. So I need to mask again. Maybe I'll pick up the Glamglow hydrating mask and see if I still like it. But like, where is Glamglow now? Like, are you still using them? Is it just me? Is it just me that forgot about it? Because I was watching my best of beauties and I was like, oh, I totally forgot about Glamglow. Completely forgot about them. The third brand is a brand that I never tried anything from them, but oh, were they on my wish list. You may remember those Farsali products. The ones that came in the jar with the little dropper and everyone on Instagram was taking it and dropping the liquid onto their face and the liquid would trickle down. Do you guys remember that? I wanted a Farsali, what are they called? An oil? Is that what they're called? I wanted one, y'all. I wanted one. And oh, I would look at them. I don't know why I never actually bit the bullet and purchased them. That's kind of surprising to me. I mean, I don't remember what my hesitation was. Perhaps it was the price. I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but I just remember really wanting one, and I probably would have used it either as skincare or as a primer. I mean, people had such great things to say about them. They had a wide variety. They had like a volcanic one. They had like one with gold specks in it. For whatever reason, I never ended up picking them up, and then I just forgot about them. And I don't really hear or see anybody talking about them or using them anymore. And to be honest, I'm not sure if they've released anything other than those little droppers. So if you're still using any of these, if you're still using Stila Kitten, if you're still rocking with Glamglow, if you're still using Farsali, let me know in the comments down below. Like, did I make a mistake by forgetting about them? Do I need to bring them back? The fourth brand, now this is a brand with the other three, with Stila, with Glamglow, with Farsali, I literally did like kind of forget about them. To be honest, if we're being honest here. Brand number 4 is Makeup Forever. Now, Makeup Forever, I didn't necessarily forget about them. Like, I wasn't like, oh yeah, Makeup Forever was a thing. I had their stick foundation and it was good. I liked it. I actually remember putting it in a project pan because I didn't love it, and then I ended up liking it. But Makeup Forever is just a brand that I haven't really heard people raving about. I mean, they came out with that stick foundation. That was all the rave. I remember wanting their eyeshadows. They had these huge single pan eyeshadows and you could like create your own palette. I really wanted one of those, never ended up getting them. They also had these highlighters, these Makeup Forever highlighters. And I remember there was like a more pinky one and a more champagne one with a beautiful design on the outside. I remember really wanting those. And when those products launched, I wanted all of them. I wanted the Makeup Forever things, but I just feel like I haven't heard anything from them. There was even a lip liner. What was it, a number? And then like a number C? I mean, like, these products were talked about on YouTube. People were raving about these products. Makeup Forever was releasing these new products, and I just feel like I haven't heard anything from them lately. I haven't heard anybody talking about Makeup Forever, and I haven't seen them releasing anything. So they're a brand, although I didn't forget about them completely, like, I've kind of been sleeping on them. I haven't been purchasing from them. I've kind of been over Makeup Forever. And the fifth brand, I feel like I might get some hate for this. I don't mean any harm. But the fifth brand is one that's kind of like number 4, like Makeup Forever, where I didn't forget it completely. It hasn't been off my radar. They just haven't released anything that caught my eye. And I'm talking about Becca Cosmetics. Now, Becca Cosmetics had a huge boom years ago, like like years ago when they collaborated with Jaclyn Hill and they came out with Champagne Pop, and Jaclyn Hill did an eyeshadow palette and she did a face palette. And I feel like that was what propelled Becca. All of a sudden, everybody wanted Champagne Pop. I still have Champagne Pop in my collection. It's the only highlighter that I've hit pan on. Everybody was getting Champagne Pop, but then all of a sudden, everybody was talking about their blushes, and I don't own any of their blushes, but I also don't hear anybody talking about their blushes anymore. I know they had some bronzers. Samantha March used to talk about the Becca bronzer in Capri Coast, and I had that on my wish list, but I don't even hear Samantha talking about Capri Coast anymore. And I still have, like I said, I still have a couple Becca highlighters in my collection, and I do enjoy them. They're great highlighters, but I just haven't heard anything else from Becca. They've been kind of quiet. Ever since the whole big boom with Champagne Pop, I just haven't heard about any new products. Are they releasing anything? Have they put anything new out? Did I miss it? Like, I don't know. So, yeah. Stila, Glamglow, Farsali, did completely forget about them, but Makeup Forever and Becca, I know you're around, but I haven't seen anything lately. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I just meant for this to be fun. Like I said, I was watching Mel's video. She talked about how she forgot, I feel like it's Smashbox, but it could have possibly been Stila. She just hasn't seen them release anything lately, and that just kind of sparked like, oh, there are a couple brands that I forgot about too. And like I said, I have no ill will against these brands. I haven't canceled them. I'm not saying I'm not gonna purchase from them. I just kind of forgot about them. Kind of been sleeping on them. So I would love to know in the comments down below, are you using any of these brands, or have you kind of forgotten about them? Is it just me? Is there a brand that I didn't mention that you now, in watching this video, remembered and had forgotten about? Like, I want to know down below. But if you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would love to have you subscribe, stay a while, be part of the K-Bella fam. That way I can see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Boom.